Have you noticed something strange happening lately? More and more men are stepping away from dating, not because they're bitter, not because they've given up, but because they've finally woken up. They're starting to realize something powerful. Peace is better than drama, purpose is better than chasing, and self-respect is better than temporary validation. In today's video, we're diving deep into why so many men are walking away from dating and why they're actually happier for it. So if you've ever felt drained, unappreciated, or just tired of modern dating, this one's for you. Stay till the end, because by the time we're done, you'll see that walking away might not be giving up at all. It might actually be the smartest thing a man can do. Main body. 1. The modern dating market has changed, and men see it. Let's be real. Modern dating isn't what it used to be. Once upon a time, dating was about connection, loyalty, and building a life together. Now, it's about status, attention, and endless validation on screens. Dating apps have turned human connection into a game. Swipes, likes, and ghosting. Many men feel like they're competing in an unwinnable race where the rules keep changing. And what's the result? Exhaustion, frustration, disillusionment. Men are realizing, I can't win a game that's not meant for me. They're choosing to step off the hamster wheel and focus on things they can actually control: their fitness, finances, and peace of mind. Because here's the truth. When you stop chasing validation, you start finding freedom. 2. Men are tired of one-sided effort. Let's talk about effort. Many men were raised to believe that dating meant proving your worth. Buy her flowers, plan the dates, text first, make her laugh. But in 2025, a lot of men are asking a fair question. What am I getting in return? They're not being entitled. They're being honest. Relationships are supposed to be partnerships, not performances. When a man gives his time, energy, and heart, and it's met with indifference or entitlement, it drains him. He starts to see that he's spending more time trying to be chosen than choosing himself. That's when something shifts. He stops chasing. He starts building. He realizes, my energy is sacred. Not everyone deserves it. And that's the first step toward peace. 3. The rise of peace over pressure. There's a new mindset growing among men today. It's called peace over pressure. It's about refusing to sacrifice mental health just to fit in or meet society's expectations. The world tells men, you're not complete without a girlfriend. You should be dating. You're lonely if you're single. But many men have started asking, says who? Because the truth is, being single doesn't mean being lonely. Sometimes it's actually the most peaceful season of your life. You get to rediscover who you are. You get to focus on your goals, your body, your spirituality, your purpose. Men are waking up and realizing, I don't need to date to prove my worth. I just need to live my truth. And that realization, that's freedom. 4. Men are learning the power of purpose. When a man stops chasing relationships, he often starts chasing purpose. And that's where everything changes. He hits the gym not to impress women, but to feel strong. He works hard not for external validation, but for self-mastery. He invests, learns, travels, and grows for himself. And the crazy part? When he does that, his energy changes. He becomes calm, grounded, focused. He no longer needs attention because he has direction. That's when life starts rewarding him. Not with cheap thrills, but with real fulfillment. This is what's happening around the world. Men are evolving from seekers of love to builders of life. They're learning that when you build yourself first, the right people naturally find their way to you. 5. The emotional cost of modern dating. Here's something not many people talk about. The emotional cost of modern dating for men. Many men won't admit it out loud, but rejection, ghosting, and manipulation can be mentally brutal. Being told, you're too nice, you're not my type, or being breadcrumbed for months leaves scars. So men started asking, why should I keep putting myself through emotional chaos just to prove I'm worthy? It's not that they hate women, it's that they've learned self-respect. They'd rather be alone than emotionally drained, because solitude can be healing. But toxic connection, that can destroy you. And when men finally understand that, they start protecting their peace like their life depends on it. 6. The rise of self-improvement culture. Among men, you've probably noticed this everywhere. Men reading more, hitting the gym, starting businesses, meditating, even going monk mode. This isn't random. It's a movement. Men are redirecting their energy from pursuing people to pursuing progress. They've realized that self-improvement is the ultimate revenge, the ultimate peace, and the ultimate attraction. They're saying, instead of chasing someone who doesn't see my value, I'll become so valuable that I never need to chase again. And guess what? That's exactly what's happening. A man who's emotionally stable, financially secure, and spiritually grounded is a man who's unstoppable. He doesn't fear being single. He thrives in it. 7. The freedom of emotional independence. Let's get deep for a second. So many men were taught that happiness comes from someone else. But now, they're discovering that happiness comes from within. They're not running from love. They're running towards self-control. Emotional independence is the ability to be content without constant external validation. It's waking up, making your coffee, hitting the gym, working hard, and feeling fulfilled, even when no one's watching. That's a quiet kind of happiness most people will never understand. It's not loud, not flashy, but it's real. And once a man tastes that peace, it's very hard to go back. 8. Men are redefining masculinity. This generation of men is redefining what it means to be masculine. It's not about dominance or aggression anymore. It's about discipline, self-respect, and calm strength. It's about knowing when to walk away, not out of weakness, but wisdom. When a man says no more drama, he's not avoiding love. He's choosing peace. He's saying, I deserve a relationship that adds value, not chaos. True masculinity isn't about chasing. It's about building yourself, your boundaries, your legacy. That's the kind of man today's world needs, calm, grounded, and focused. 9. Why men are actually happier. So why are men happier now, even without dating? Because they've reclaimed their most precious asset, energy. They're no longer wasting time on people who don't value them. They're investing that time into growth, learning, and creating a life they love. They're traveling, training, earning, and evolving on their own terms. And here's the twist. When a man stops needing a relationship, he becomes more attractive than ever, because peace, purpose, and power are magnetic. So yes, men aren't dating as much anymore, but they're smiling more, sleeping better, feeling stronger, living freer. That's not loneliness. That's liberation. 10. The future of dating and the rise of high-value men. As men evolve, dating will evolve too. In the future, relationships will no longer be about filling a void. They'll be about sharing a mission. High-value men will only connect with high-value women, those who bring peace, not problems, and women who understand that partnership is about contribution, not competition. They'll stand out like gold. But until then, men will continue walking alone, not because they're lost, but because they're leading themselves. They're becoming kings in a world that told them to be clowns for attention. And once a man realizes his worth, he never goes back to begging for validation. Conclusion. Narrator. Slow, reflective tone. So, why aren't men dating anymore? Because they've learned that peace is priceless. That silence is better than stress. That purpose is more powerful than approval. They're not angry. They're not broken. They're simply evolving. They've chosen a path that's quieter, but stronger. Simpler, but more meaningful. Lonelier at times, but filled with peace. So to every man watching this right now, don't let society shame you for choosing yourself. You're not behind. You're not weird. You're not wrong. You're just walking a different path. one that leads to strength, purpose, and freedom. Because in a world that keeps telling you to chase, sometimes the most powerful move is to stop running. Call to action. If this message hit home for you, take a second to breathe and reflect. Are you living for yourself or for approval? If you're ready to reclaim your peace and purpose, hit that like button. Subscribe for more powerful mindset and psychology videos every week. And remember, your energy is your currency. Spend it wisely.